Welcome, guys. Welcome. Hope everyone had a great weekend. Let's go over the markets. We did have some buying on Friday, but markets were kind of choppy, all right, towards the end of the week. Um, so let's go over the markets, okay? On the Dow, guys, on Friday, Dow closed at 40 points up. S&P was up 17. NASDAQ did really well. NASDAQ was up 143 points, guys. On Friday, IWM, the Russell was slightly up. VIX is at 1744, so it's moved up a bit. We are holding buy signals, okay? So that is good, all right? So we do have buy signals, all right, on the daily time frame on the S&P. On the Dow, we have a buy signal looking to break through resistance here. IWM Russell and then the NASDAQ, we also have a buy signal. The VIX is at 1744. Keep an eye on the dollar, guys. The dollar index is breaking through resistance here. So let's open it up. Okay, so you guys can see here. So we have a buy signal on the dollar index. All right, so buy signal came in right here. And we are breaking higher, breaking near-term resistance right here. So Forex traders, you guys that trade Monster Scalper, keep an eye on the dollar pairs, all right? So trying to make a move, the dollar index, dollar pairs should follow. And also the yen pairs, all right? So good markdown phase, accumulation. Right, the previous buy signal, guys, here, almost identical to this buy signal here failed. Right? Hopefully this one will work out and we can see the dollar move higher just like it did right here. All right, so that's good for the dollar. All right, as far as sectors, the top sector, guys, is XLK. So technology is still the #1 sector. So when you guys look for opportunities, look for opportunities in tech. And also the #1 industry is biotech. All right, so you guys can see here biotech. All the way down here is where we get a buy signal at 128, trading at 159. And we've gotten past resistance here. All right, in biotech. So we're stock boss traders, bull master traders, keep an eye on biotech, okay? Gold has retraced a bit, but still holding support right here with green candles. Silver also holding support, got a nice bounce on Friday, all right? So holding for right now, and we do have decent support and resistance, okay? All right. The Mag 7s, let's go through the Mag 7s, okay? Okay, Amazon, guys, give a buy signal, all right? Your Mag 7 stocks. Amazon gave a buy signal on Friday, all right? On Friday. All right, resistance is here and here, gapped up, all right? Gapped up on Friday, nicely done here, and give a buy signal. However, be careful, guys, right? If you want in it, be careful getting into it now on the daily time frame, all right? Because it's pulled back a bit. It might fill in that gap here, all right? So just be careful with that. Now we're at all-time highs. Just remember, we are all-time highs. We'll take a look at the 240. So be careful. Not saying that you guys can't trade, but just be careful how you leverage your trades, okay? All right, Tesla, guys, entry was here, buy signal was here. By the system, we have a buy signal here, red candles we got out, and second buy signal was right here. A good price action. We do need to break through resistance here to move higher. All right, so be aware of that. Nvidia is trading fairly well. All right, but purpose support and resistance. Buy signal came in, second buy signal on Nvidia. Our first buy signal came in right here at 123. Sell signal 168. New buy signal came in at 183, and we're holding now at 200. Purple support and resistance, so we are overbought. All right, just keep an eye on it. All right, if they're overbought, guys, that doesn't mean price can't move higher. Just keep an eye on it. All right, and trade lightly. Google right here, guys. First buy signal was right here, coming out of the markdown phase. All right, 170 exit, 165. Next buy signal 180. Sell signal 238. New buy signal, current buy signal was 255. Trading right now at 281. All right, so Max 7s. They're holding and they're moving higher. Apple is moving higher. All right, we also have two buy signals in Apple after the markdown phase, after that correction in April. First buy signal came in at 212, sell signal 206. Next buy signal 218 and holding right now all the way at 270 and broke resistance here. Okay, so good price action last week. Wasn't expecting all of this great price action there. Okay, all right, so markets are making new highs. Max 7s are moving as well, but again, be careful. Microsoft, all right, buy signal here on a break of this resistance. Previous signal did well. Buy signal was at 431. Sell signal 502. Right, current buy signal 531. Holding at 517. We need a bounce. All right, we need a bounce here. White candle. Definitely keep an eye on it. Okay. Meta, Facebook. Let's take a look. No buy signal. All right, so Meta, Facebook is in trouble, guys. So last buy signal came in right here at 774. Sell signal came in at 728 to exit. Price is at 648. All right, we have support here at 632. If we break through that support, and I know Meta came out with some earnings, apparently wasn't good, right? Price is coming lower. Next support area is right about here, 600, even numbers, right here. And then further down, let's see how it handles, if it can hold between 648 and 600. All right, but should be totally out. If you're trading our systems, trading on our time frames, you should be totally out. The mags, new buy signal here, holding. All right, purple support and resistance. That's all. Purple support and resistance, guys, will always scare me. All right, so again, what that means is price is overbought. Just like here, guys. Yellow support and resistance, right? In the markup phase, that's good. Purple support and resistance. Look what happened right here, right? Price came down. Purple support and resistance here. Price kept on moving higher, all right? So just be careful. Purple support and resistance here, overbought. And this market is this market is extended. We know that. Okay, so as we're moving higher into these markup phases, just be careful. Big picture. The Dow on the 240. Dow on the 240. Holding its buy signal. Now we do have new support and resistance lines. Yellow support and resistance lines. Buy signal is here. It's holding. Okay, it is holding. All right, we have several buying in the markup phase. We are extended. Okay. All right, just have to mention that. Dow on the daily time frame, buy signal here, we are breaking out. Dow on the weekly, breaking out nicely. Dow on the monthly, breaking out. So on the Dow, every single time frame that we're watching is breaking out. So the 240 daily, weekly, and the monthly. S&P, same thing. All right, S&P here on the 240 holding its buy signal or green candles. Okay. S&P on the daily time frame, buy signal here holding firm. S&P weekly time frame holding firm. Every candle here, all green candles, higher highs, higher lows. S&P monthly and the Nasdaq on the 240 holding nicely. All right, on the daily holding, weekly holding, and monthly holding. All right, so we can't complain with this price action on these equities. Okay, except for the Russell. Russell on the 240, we've got red candles coming in here. We have support here. Hopefully it will hold this trend line. Let's move this up right here. All right, so just be aware of that. Russell on the daily, we have the green candle here on Friday. That's good. Purple support and resistance, guys. Big resistance right here. All right, big resistance right here. Okay, so again, we're getting overbought, purple support and resistance. Our weekly time frame, we are breaking to the upside. Our monthly time frame, breaking to the upside. Again, lots of resistance here. Okay, no signs of selling, however. Okay, we do not have any signs of selling. The VIX is still low. All right, so the VIX is at 17 and change, so that's low, guys. It's not above 20. All right, it's not in the 30s or 40s, 17. All right, if it moves lower, even better. All right, so still a good environment for equities, for stocks. The only concern is that we are overbought. We are overbought. Okay. Nasdaq on the 240 holding firm. Did I do S&P? S&P 240, S&P daily, S&P weekly, S&P monthly. Here, Nasdaq on the 240 holding firm. I did all those. Hold on. Russell. All right. Russell 240, yes. All right. So red candle here, be careful. All right. Daily, weekly. Bitcoin. All right. All right. What can we say about Bitcoin? Not a trade. All right. So if you guys are, if you're not with us, you can do your own thing. Okay. But if you guys are trading with us, okay, Bitcoin is not tradable. Okay. Let's bring in that data. Okay. Bitcoin is not tradable. While that data comes in, guys, Bitcoin since July has stuck between 108 and 123. Okay? All right, since July. As a matter of fact, if we go back till about May, this is where we had resistance. Resistance becomes support. and we've stuck between that range, okay? On the 240, we have a sell signal. That previous buy signal failed. We have a sell signal. 208 is right here. I'm sorry, 108. 108,000 is right here. And they're holding that support. That's the good news, right? All right, but it's consolidating. You guys can see that here. Okay. In order for Bitcoin to really get going, we've got to get past, and we've mentioned this before, we've got to get past the high. Okay. Now, if we get another buy signal, I would say on a break of resistance here within the channel, here within the range, we might call it. But ideally, for Bitcoin to really get going, we got to get above 124, and that will help the overall crypto market. Okay, right now we're in a tight range. You guys can see that here. We're in a range. Okay, now could Bitcoin move lower? Absolutely. Okay, absolutely. When we look for prices to move higher, we want them to be testing, all right, playing in that high range near that resistance level. Okay, if we're looking for it to go lower, right, then we look for it to test the lows here, and that's what Bitcoin is doing. All right, testing the lows. Right, if it continues to test the lows here, test support, there's a good chance it will break through. All right, that doesn't mean we can't get a move higher, but if you guys look here, we're going to bring in this trend line here. We are making lower highs and lower lows. I know sometimes it's hard to see. All right, but here was the high here of 125, right? This high here, 124, 123. If you guys look over here to the right, right? We're making lower highs, 122, 121. So all those traders that bought here, guys, all right, if they're still in, these prices are moving lower and they're losing money. All right, 121. All right, over here, 115. Right here, 113. Over here, 111. And here, 110. Okay, so be careful buying the bounce here. We could see sellers come back in, lower high. The trend right now is down. I'm going to do this. Let's, a little confusing here. Okay, let's do this. So you guys can see here, right? Right. Downward trend. Yes, it's finding support here. But guess what? It's moving lower. Okay. Buy signal again. If we get past here, we could get a buy signal. But ultimately, to really get Bitcoin going, we've got to get past 122, 123, 124. Okay. All right. That's on the 240. Same thing on the daily time frame. We've got to get above here. Now we do have big support here. If we break through support here, all right, next level of support is it's at 110, 100. We do have support at 100 right about here. 90,000. All these, Bitcoin loves these big round numbers. 90,000 is about here, right here. All right, 80,000. Okay. Let's see what it does here first. If it starts really breaking, now it did get to 106, 106,000, which was right here, this low right here. Oh, that was lower. 116, 14. Right, 103, right about here, but came up quickly there. But really 106 right here was the low. Okay, keep an eye on it. All right, be careful trading Bitcoin, guys. Nothing there right now. On the weekly time frame, On the weekly time frame, struggling to hold support here on the weekly. Gold, keep an eye on gold. Keep an eye on gold. All right, in the futures market, white candle here, struggling to hold that support right there. Keep an eye on it. That's on the daily. Monthly, big pullback on the month. It is struggling to hold. Silver, all right, holding here. Silver doing much better on the daily time frame here. And on the monthly, big pullback, big macro resistance here. Okay, big pullback. We'll keep an eye on it. Okay. The gold on silver, if we can get past the high here, guys, but this is what happened 2010, 2011, really pull back. All right, so we don't want this to happen. Keep an eye on it there. Okay. If you're not aware of this and silver pulls back and you're still holding, even if you're holding metals, all right, that will take a hit. Crude oil, all right, just trading, range trade there. No buy signal, no sell signals. All right, bonds, the TLT white candle there, that's too bad, guys. We'll see what it does here. Strong resistance. We have a lot of strong resistance here. And it is respecting that resistance right around 92. It's trading at $90 there, okay? The dollar, we said the dollar is moving higher. And pound yen, take a look at pound yen here. Pound yen, nothing here. All right, so pound yen has pulled back a bit. All right, current positions in Monster Scalper. Let's go through these on the 240. Let's see how they're doing. Dollar yen is still holding its buy signal on a break of resistance here. Buy signal came in, perfect buy signal, guys. Broke resistance, buy signal here. Purple support and resistance. Keep an eye on that. All right, Aussie yen, buy signal here. Aussie yen looks really good, guys. Okay, but we need to break through this resistance here. All right, we don't need sellers to come in like this. It's holding firm right now on the 240. HKD, Hong Kong yen, buy signal here, holding. We were hoping that these yen pairs would finally break out. They're trying but struggling a bit. CAD yen, buy signal here, holding. Euro yen, all right, buy signal here, holding. That's funny price action there. SGD, buy signal here, holding. Purple support and resistance, they're under pressure. New Zealand yen, buy signal here, white candle here. We'll see if this holds. Aussie CAD, buy signal here, holding. We did add the Aussie pairs. Aussie Swiss, buy signal, holding nicely. We need to break through a lot of resistance here, guys. Okay, this is where sellers came in here before, here, and here we are testing resistance here. Okay, all right, be careful. Okay, lots of sellers are sitting here. Okay, it is moving up nicely. Yellow support and resistance. Be aware. Aussie dollar, buy signal here, red candles came in on Friday. Let's close that. Okay, so Aussie dollar, we'll get rid of that. All right, Stock Boss and Bull Master. Let's go through those. curious to see what's in heat seeker. Let's run it quickly here. All right, heat seeker for stock boss. All right, what's that? 153. In stock boss, bull master. I think we had what, 200 in stock boss last week. Bull master 111. All right, so still decent. All right, stock boss, let's go through these. We want to see all green candles, white candles for right now, since we're still holding buy signals, guys. All right, so market still looks strong. So white candles will continue to hold. Red candles, sell signals. White arrow, sell signals. Okay, so white candles, unless you're conservative, you want to preserve some capital, you could close the trade. For right now, we'll hold white candles. We'll look for a bounce, okay? Just like here, all green candles, white candle, guys. We got a bounce gapped up. That's what we're hoping for. If the market is open tomorrow, we could see these white candles change, okay? All right, so nothing to change in stock boss. I think we changed a few on Tuesday, right? I think we had, was it Tuesday we had selling? Tuesday or Wednesday we changed. All right, bull master, same thing. Go through this quickly here. So the market held up nicely on Friday. Was up and down, finally closed up on Friday. Bull master looks good. All right, VERA, sell signal, okay? So buy signal was at 24.43. Sell signal came in at 28. Close the trade, please. All right. So out of stock boss and bull master, only one trade to close. Or was that two? All right, but overall, market still holding. Okay. All right. Our US 30 traders. Be careful. We had some whipsaw on Friday when we went live on the 5 minute. I want to see. Now the daily looks good, guys. Daily looks good here. But if you're looking for a swing trade on the 60-minute time frame, you might have a decent setup on a break of resistance all the way up here. Purpose support and resistance, keep an eye on that. you guys notice we're not sending out alerts on the 60 minute. Okay. So for right now, we've stopped sending out alerts on Monster Scalper on the 60 minute and also on your e-minis. Okay, so US 30, NAS, and the S&P for right now. Okay, it's been, now we have had some decent trades. All right, but overall it's been very choppy. All right, you guys can see that very, very, very choppy. Now, once we break out, if we break out, right, on the daily and we really start moving, we're only at 21 here. 21 on the daily. So that's near resistance here. Here is our resistance here. All right, so we're not in a full-fledged trend or markup phase. So once this open up a bit, we might, consider sending out alerts on the 60 minute again, okay? Once this opens up. All right, but we'll see. If you guys want to take a trade on the 60 minute, be careful, right? Purpose support and resistance here. Okay, just be careful. See here, I mean, this was a decent trade here, a decent trade here, but just be aware of that. If we can get 24, 25, 26, right, on our trending indicator here, that will help, okay? Your 5 minute, you can always look for some opportunities on the 5 minute. No shorts, okay? Absolutely no shorts, okay? So if you're looking to short, don't do that, okay? We are long. We want to stay in the overall, in the trend, in the long trend. All right. NAS 100, we're at 18. We're below 18. I mean, we're below 20. So we are in a tight consolidation. Be careful. All right. Now, the previous trade did really well. This trade here did really well. In order to go long on the 60, if you're looking for a trade this week, it's got to get past here. Okay? All right. Daily looks good, but again, boy, if we can get this number, we got to get these numbers higher. Okay? Start trending again. Like right here, 60 minutes, start trading those. Same thing for the S&P 500. This is the 5 minute. You see where it's just holding there again, 18. All right, so 1801 on the S&P, NASDAQ 1866. Okay, so they're just holding. They're not trending. Hard to make money when things are not trending. Okay. All right. So here is the 60 minute on the S&P. And again, to get a buy signal on the 60, we got to get past resistance here. Okay. Just keep an eye on it. All right. You could get a decent trade, choppy, decent trade here, but very choppy. All right, but we will not send out any alerts on the 60 minute. Okay, you guys will have to do that on your own there. Okay. All right. Monster Scalper, let's take a look. We have really good volatility, guys. Not a lot of direction, but good volatility, okay? What's that, 90, but 95% volatility, okay? All right. Keep an eye on the dollar pairs, okay? I think, Anthony, this was yours, USD DKK. That's holding firm there. Let's see the yen pairs as well. On the 60-minute time frame, you guys looking to trade the 60-minute, that you can certainly do that. We will not call those, okay? Aussie, New Zealand. We're in Aussie, New Zealand, right? Yep. Uh, Let me make sure. So no. So we're in Aussie CAD, Aussie Swiss. All right. All right. So Aussie, New Zealand, good trade here. We did not call this trade. All right. Good trade going there though. Look at the daily. Why didn't we call this one? Look at the daily, guys. Aussie, New Zealand looks really, really good on the daily. Buy signal came in right here. Looks good. Okay. But we're in Aussie Swiss here. All right. And then Aussie CAD right here. Fairly decent buying on the daily here. Okay. But boy, Aussie New Zealand looks good. Might find a trade on the 60 with that one. The Kiwi pairs. New Zealand dollar, nothing there. New Zealand CAD, nothing there. New Zealand Swiss. Be careful. Lots of selling here, guys. New Zealand Swiss. Okay. I know we've got white candles coming in here. All right, but we could see where sellers come back in heavy, just like they did here, just like they did here, just like they did here. Okay, so be careful. And that group isn't doing well. Okay, so overall, the New Zealand dollar, that's not, they're not buying that. New Zealand CAD, they're not buying New Zealand CAD. So New Zealand Swiss is setting up, but no, I be careful there. Yen pairs. Pound yen is pulling back. Keep an eye on these yen pairs. If pound yen is pulling back, the rest of these will pull back. So just be careful. Aussie yen still looks good to break out here. Purple support and resistance on the daily. And that's pretty strong resistance here on the daily. Purple support and resistance. Let's see if it breaks out. The dollar, and I know Anthony, you had mentioned dollar DKK. Now the dollar index, guys, is breaking out. I don't like it when the forex market does this, where you have the yen pairs and the dollar pairs moving together. That's not a rotation. But the dollar index, you guys can see the dollar index breaking out here. That will move the dollar pairs. See here? So it's breaking resistance here. It did fail here the last time, and we can say that it failed here. And currently the dollar is up. Look at the futures market. E-minis are moving in the futures market. We're almost done, but 10 more minutes. When we finish with monster scalper, we'll be done. All right, dollar pairs. We're going to have to call these dollar pairs. Our monster scalper traders, you guys know what's been going on with Forex. So please, please, please trade accordingly. All right. You can find some decent trades like here, but they're not lasting long, right? So just be careful. Okay. So we'll call these on the 240. USD SGD on the 240 looks good. Daily buyers are coming in on the daily, breaking resistance here. All right, finding support here. Buyers are coming in here. Hopefully we get another move like this. Okay. But look what happened here. Failed before. So that's the thing. That's on the daily here. We'll call it on the 240 purpose support and resistance. We've got to get past. You see how choppy it is? I mean, you can find some opportunities, but choppy in here, choppy here. Purpose support and resistance. I tell you what, if it's purpose support and resistance, let's just stay away from those. All right, this one has a yellow support and resistance. Anthony, I think this is yours. USD DKK. Long on the 240. So it's getting past that purple yellow support and resistance there. USD DKK. USD CZK, we'll call that long 240. All right, monster scalper traders. We have a buy signal on the daily as well. All right, really, guys, look at that selling. Really good markdown phase. Buy signal here. We haven't had a buy signal on the daily time frame since October of last year. Wow. That's crazy. Sell signal came in around January of this year. And look at that selling. And we haven't had a buy signal, right? All of this is the first buy signal on the daily this year, right? So might be a good buy signal on the daily. Good markdown, lots of good selling there. So we'll add this one. USD CZK. Let me take a look at USD DKK on the daily here. All right, USD DKK on the daily, similar price action. Anthony, good job calling this. All right, USD DKK. All right, good selling. Let's take a look at the weekly there. You can't trade the whole group. I know they're giving buy signals, but you've got purple support and resistance all over the place. Weekly. All right, finding support down here. All right, imagine getting another move like this on the daily. That's just hope. All right. On the monthly time frame, yeah, we're just hoping now. You could get a bounce here. That's monthly though. Get a bounce up that trend line here. But the 240 looks good. Okay, buy signal here breaking out. Yellow support and resistance is what we want. USD CZK. Nothing here. USD Swiss. Guys, you see that purple support and resistance? All right, that might put pressure on the trade. I'm not saying it can certainly move higher, start getting yellow support and resistance, but we'll just keep the two. Dollar CAD. So USD DKK on the 240 and USD CZK on the 240. And that's it. All right. And I'll see you guys on... No, we've got crypto. So Anthony, you're doing your crypto class tomorrow. So I'll see you guys tomorrow. It's first Monday of the month. We do everything crypto. Okay. All right, guys. I will see everyone then tomorrow. Take care. Have a good evening. And I want to. I don't know which market to trade. All right. So I have no idea, guys. Equities are overbought. You can trade it, but it's overbought. All right. Forex is still consolidating, trying to break out. All right. So continue to trade lightly. Be careful. Okay. Now, it's not a bad idea to stay out of this market. Okay. So it's not a bad idea to just be in. You could be in cash. Right? You don't have to be 100% cash, but you could be 90% cash, all right? 80% cash, waiting for the next setup, all right? For the next move, okay? All right. Take care. Bye-bye.